So I tried to upload my project to Simmer, and this is the error message I got. You see what it says here? Brotli, okay, compression, whatever that is not supported yet. Make another export. In WebGL player settings, now I already noticed something's going to be a little off. Because when I export in Unity 6, right, there is no WebGL, right? It's web, it's just web. And then player settings, publishing settings, compression format, use gzip or disabled. So let's walk through the process of exporting for Simmer. It's a little bit different than exporting for itch. For itch wants, remember, a zip file, right? So we export for web, we end up with 3 files. It's good to put them in a folder, right? A special folder just for this, because otherwise if it's in with all your other stuff, it's hard to know which 3 files you're looking for. So we created another folder, exported those 3 files, and then zipped them, and we uploaded the zip file to itch. That's not what we want here. It is actually, we can use a gzip, but we don't zip those files after we export them. We export them as a gzip or disable. So let's see if we can find that toggle. Yeah? So open up your project if you would, and let's give it a shot. Here's mine. Do you need me to wait for you to open the project? You got them open. You don't have any preference? You're not going to do it? What? Are we going to try this or no? You're obviously, you don't export the same way.
Yeah. Also, I already know how to export in my other thing.
You know what you do? You know how to export from not version 6. It's different. It's in a different place. But it's fine. You're not using Unity, so it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to move ahead since I got no answer to that question. So it's File, Build Profiles, Build and Run would build and run on this computer. I'm looking at my Build Profiles, Web, and then there used to be some stuff to find the settings, but now it's all up here, Player Settings. So if I export this with the settings all set just like this, I'm going to get that error message we just looked at. So instead, I'm going to look at Player Settings, Publishing Settings, it's down at the very bottom here, and then Compression Format, Brotli is the default, gzip or disabled. And I'm going to try disabled. Yeah. So that means I can go back now, I can just close this and build. Now, I already created a folder for this. If you haven't, you can create it on the fly here. When you say build, it'll ask you where you want to save it. I've got mine in Simmer version, but if you have, this is my Digs 310 intro game, so this is all my games and whatnot, all my versions of these games. I can right-click here. This is Windows, not Mac. I think Mac does. I think still right-click. New folder. But I'm going to use the one I already created previously, Simmer version, select folder, and then it takes forever, right? We saw this before. I don't know if this version takes the same amount of time, but I'm guessing it does. So previously we just exported with a Brotli compression, whatever that is. It's the name of some person or some mathematical principle, and it's a form of compression. This will take, Simmer will take gzip or disabled compression. I'm guessing that gzip would be a smaller file size. Because zipped, just guessing. And disabled, probably no compression. Oh, that took a lot less time. So it should be in my Simmer version here. There's the 3 documents. So I'm just going to leave this open for a second. I think I'm done with this. I'll minimize the game here. I'm back here with this error Brotli compression, so I'm going to close this little error message, or at least maybe I can refresh the page. So this is the simmer.io. Upload a game. I've signed in. You can see Mark Baldridge, so that was the thing I couldn't get to before. I couldn't get signed in. Here's upload a game. Make a WebGL build in Unity, drop your folder here. So the folder I put them in is where the folder I'm going to drop in here. I'm just move this out of the way a bit. Here's my Simmer version folder. Simmer version. I'm going to drag and drop. See if this works. When I tried it from just the regular export, it didn't get this this loading animation, so I'm guessing that this is going to go forward. Yeah. Here's, looks like it's loading up, yep, Unity, made with Unity. There it is. We'll just give it a little test. Oops, okay, so the space bar, but if I click in here, there you go. Click inside the image, and then the space bar does what it should do. I can move around in the space. Oops. Okay. There we go. Now this is a good example. Okay, I accidentally kicked it off anyway. Sometimes these lights land and then they don't roll, and so they won't go off the edge. And when I do put a oops, I meant to hit the space bar. Yep, here I'm going to fall off the edge if I'm not careful. And then when I do put some kind of countdown, or not countdown, it's got a timer countdown. But when I put a total number kicked count, it will only count them as kicked when they fall off the edge, when they're a meter below the edge, something like that. So that one's rolling, so it'll eventually go off the edge. I don't think I'm going to make it before yep, I didn't make it, but there it is. It's playable, it's playing, it looks good. What else do I have then? I have this publish. So I still need to give it a project name, and I think I'm calling this Playtest 01. Again, I'm not branding it yet, right? I don't know what I'm going to call this game, and you may call yours something different. But I think maybe I don't know, it's going to be branded, but I'm not branding it. I don't want it to look like it's complete. Playtest 01 is what I'm calling it. URL fragment, Playtest 01, so it'll be part of the URL. Make your game unlisted. Okay, I didn't know if I could do that. Right, I didn't think I could. Unlisted is only for people who subscribe. So I'm not, and then consider for our front page, nah, I'm not going to do that either. I don't want people to be thinking I'm showing this off. And then continue. Then it's going to hover over the image and use arrows to select an automatically captured screenshot. So there's, okay, yeah, here's a good one. Maybe there's a better one here. It'd be great to get one where she's running. No, I let her, she's at least moving here. Close this window and play your game again to capture new screens. Okay, I could do that. Capture your own image, and use it from this button below. So upload an image I capture. I think I'll just go with this one. This one looks good to me. Looks like I can crop it. That looks good. And then what? Enter. I don't see how to commit this crop. Anyone see? Crop. Enter. Oh, I've cropped it. I want this crop. Any crop will do. But oh, here, probably this is a button. No, it's not. There's no button. And enter doesn't seem to be doing it. The scroll bar. There's a scroll bar on the side. There we go. Next. Yeah, okay, add a description. Scroll bar. Okay, this is the world's best rollerball game. Yeah, no, it's not. Testing, level 1. I'm going to say play testing because that's what it's called. Play testing. Is play testing one word? Play test? Play testing? I don't guess it matters. Finish. It'll think about it a bit. Let's look at Itch. I don't know if I still have it open here. Yeah, this is Itch. So here's my Itch ID, my page, my profile. I have one game up. Playtest is live, so I can click here and see the live version. I can share that URL with people. But I'd like to see if I go to, I know what this looks like, I've already just played it. I'm going to go to my profile, maybe? I'd like to see if I have a profile page. Public profile. And there it is, playtest. It's on my list. I have two IDs on Simmer. One is Mark Aldridge, which I think I'm using now. You can see it there. And the other, I think, is 13th Street Games. So I'm just using this one today. So I have the rest of the stuff's quite old, because I've been using 13th Street Games now for a couple of years. But anyway, that's it. I've uploaded to Itch and Simmer. I've shown you how to do it. I'm going to turn off my recording because I was going to include this for people who, like me, maybe prefer to use Simmer.